I was someone that was really stressed out about turning 30. For some reason, I thought it was going to be the end of being me and the beginning of being my parents. That once I turned 30, I was going to be expected to be responsible and act like an adult. I don't know why it hadn't occurred to me that I was already doing that at the age of 29. But my life is what I want it to be, and I'm taking the steps to make sure my future is what I want it to be as well. I understand we're born, we live, and we die, and it's up to us to make the best of the time we have. And getting old sure does beat the alternative, just becoming grass food. These are a few selections from Walt Whitman's Song of Myself. I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume, for every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you. I loaf and invite my soul, I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air, born here of parents, born here from parents the same, and their parents the same. I now 37 years old, in perfect health begin, hoping not to cease till death. Creeds and schools in abeyance, retiring back a while, sufficed at what they were, but never forgotten. I harbor for good or bad, I permit to speak at every hazard, nature without check, with original energy. Houses and rooms are full of perfumes, the shelves are crowded with perfumes. I breathe the fragrance myself, and know it and like it. The distillation would intoxicate me also, but I shall not let it. The atmosphere is not a perfume. It has no taste of the distillation. It is odorless. It is for my mouth forever. I am in love with it. I will go to the bank by the wood and become undisguised and naked. I am mad for it to be in contact with me. The smoke of my own breath, echoes, ripples, and buzzed whispers, love root, silk thread, crotch and vine, my respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs, the sniff of dark green grass and dry leaves, of the shore and dark-colored sea rocks, and of hay in the barn, the sound of the belched words of my voice, words loose to the eddies of the wind. A few light kisses, a few embraces, reaching around of arms, the play and shine and shade on the trees and the supple boughs wag, the delight alone, or in the rush of the streets, or along the fields and hills, the feeling of health, the full noon trill, the song of me, rising from bed and meeting the sun. Have you reckoned 1,000 acres much? Have you reckoned the earth much? Have you practiced so long to learn to read? Have you felt so proud to get the meaning of poems? Stop this day and night and possess the origin of all poems. You shall possess the good of the earth and the sun. There are millions of suns left. You shall no longer take things at second or third hand, nor look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the spectres in books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides, and filter them for yourself. A child said, "What is the grass?" fetching it to me with full hands. How could I answer the child? I do not know what it is any more than he. I guess it must be the flag of my disposition, out of hopeful green stuff woven. Or I guess it is the handkerchief of the Lord, a scented gift and remembrance designingly dropped, bearing the owner's name some way in the corners, that we may see it and remark and say, "Whose?" Or I guess the grass is itself a child, the produced babe of this vegetation. Or I guess it is a uniform hieroglyphic, and it means, sprouting alike in broad zones and narrow zones, growing among black folk as among white. Canuck, Tahoe, Congressman, Cuff, I give them the same, and I receive them the same. And now it seems to me the beautiful uncut hair of graves. Tenderly, will I use you, curling grass? It may be you transpire from the breasts of young men. It may be you are from old people, from offspring taken. It may be if I had known them, I would have loved them, soon out of their mother's laps. And here you are the mother's laps. The grass is very dark to be from the white heads of old mothers, darker than the colorless beards of old men, dark to come from under the faint red roofs of mouths. Oh, I perceive, after all, so many uttering tongues, and I perceive they do not come from the roofs of mouths for nothing. I wish I could translate the hints about dead young men and women, and the hints about old men and mothers, and the offspring taken soon out of their laps. What do you think has become of the young and the old men? What do you think has become of the women and children? They are alive and well somewhere. The smallest sprout shows there is really no death. And if ever there was, it led life forward. It does not wait at the end to arrest it, and cease the moment life appeared. All goes onward and outward, nothing collapses. And to die is different from what anyone supposed, and luckier. The spotted hawk swoops and accuses me. He complains of my gab and my loitering. I too am not a bit tamed. I too am untranslatable. I sound my barbaric yawp over the roofs of the world. The last scud of day holds back for me. It flings my likeness after the rest, and trues on these shadowed wilds. It coaxes me to the vapor and the dusk. I depart as air. I shake my white locks at the runaway sun. I effuse my flesh in the eddies. I drift in lacy jags. I bequeath myself to the dirt, to grow from the grass I love. If you want me again, look under your boot soles. You will hardly know who I am or what I mean, but I shall be good for your health, for you nonetheless, and filter and fibre your blood. Failing to fetch me at first, keep encouraged. Missing we one place, search another. I stop somewhere, waiting for you.